Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's David Hodge. Welcome. This is a continuation of the 7 churches exposed. Today's topic, Satan. All right, brothers and sisters. The goal is to remind you who you are. Remind you that you are righteous Muslims by nature, to give you back, put you back in position to do for self, to act like yourself instead of doing what the devil wants, which is you acting other than yourself. It's to take you out of the fake reality that you live in, fairy tale land, and bring you back to reality. Taking the devil's mind and tossing it in the trash, and uploading your mind, your nature, and getting you above the thinking of your enemy, the devil, Satan, demons, so you can escape their reality, because their reality is coming to an end. And if you get caught up in their reality, then you get destroyed in the process. So the goal is to tell you that this place is about to collapse. This place is on fire, and you're about to burn up and collapse in it. But come this way. This is the way out. Complete separation. Our vision. The Abrahamic covenant. Going home. Destroying the enemies. The enemies being destroyed for what they've done to you. Our experience. The Holocaust. Torture, torment, misery. And much more. Reminding you that the devil hates you, that he's not your friend, that whatever he offers you is tailored to your destruction. Whatever he or she gives you is not in your favor. They're not in your favor. Whatever they do is intentional to benefit themselves for a certain thing that they're trying to do to accomplish a like-mind mission, which is to destroy you. Their job is to annihilate you, exterminate you in a way that you don't see coming, and keep you lost, keep you misled, keep you confused, keep giving you the bad information, keep giving you terrible information, and that's why you keep coming up with bad answers, because of the information they're giving you was designed to destroy you, to have you think illogical, which illogical thoughts destroys your brain. They're attacking your brain with Christianity, with fairy tales, with make-believe, with philosophies, with law of attractions, with voodoo, with whatever, 10th dimensions. All these things that they have you believing in, the American dream, all these things are all tailored to destroy you. You see? Weaken your mind. Easy to make you a target, take you out, keep your level of thinking lower than theirs. That way, they stay up here. So they maintain control over you. See? High thinking pressure. High thinking eliminates low thinking. So that's how they always maintain control over you. My job is to give you the mind from the 7 churches book, which will elevate you past the devil's thinking, elevate you past the demon's thinking, get you out of this reality, bring you back into reality, take what they told you was invisible and show you that it was very visible, give you the ability to see. Now you can know what to do. Now you see it coming. Now you can move out the way. Now you can do better. Now you know better, you do better. You see? So brothers and sisters, your enemies is the devil. They want you to believe some spook, some spirit, some entity you can't see that's attacking you, and demons attacking you, and devils and demons in hell waiting on to torment, torture you, and Satan there with a pitchfork ready to burn you up and torment and terrorize you forever. That's to psychologically terrorize you and make you, to destroy your brain. You see? To cause fear in your heart, put dents in your heart, which if you have a weak heart, you have weak thoughts. All these things is to destroy you. You see? And to protect themselves from not being exposed as the devils, as the demons, as Satan. You see? So this is what this information does. Give you the real. Take what they told you was invisible, what you couldn't see, and turn it visible. Devils is massa. Is these Caucasian people who took you from your land and brought you here and enslaved and afflicted you for 400 years. Demons or half devil, half man from the rape of the black woman. See, Massa raped our women and produced his seed, a black face in, you see, a Caucasian in black skin. So he raped our women and produced his seed, a black face, Caucasian. You see? So these things are real. These things aren't, everything's physical. Everything that you, angels, Satan, Lucifer, all these things are physical people, just like devils and demons. And Satan is physical. It's false Israel. False Israel is Satan. That's what this book is for. To expose your enemies. To expose Satan, the one who has stolen your identity. To reveal, expose, magnify, highlight, address this Satan. That's false Israel. Who has stolen your identity as proclaimed to be an angel of light, but is indeed Satan. You see? So it tells you in the 7 churches exactly who Satan is. In chapters 2 and 3, that's the 7 churches. Verse 9, both chapters, it tell you exactly who Satan is. The Almighty God said so himself. Master Farad Muhammad. He says, the ones saying themselves Jews to be, and not they are, but they are lying. I'm giving out of the Satan. I'm giving out of the synagogue of Satan. The ones saying themselves Jews to be, and not they are, but they are lying. So don't Satan, don't false Israel call themselves Jews. Aren't they the Jewish people? Aren't they the ones with synagogues? And it says what? The synagogues of Satan. It said the ones saying themselves Jews to be, and not they are, but they are lying. They're not but Satan. You see? And Jesus follows up with that himself. The Son of Man says it himself. Says, in the blasphemy, which is an act against God, speaking and talking and lying, and act against God, a violation. The blasphemy out of the ones saying Jews to be themselves. Look, he said it again. Look, double action. Out of the ones saying Jews to be themselves, and not they are, but Satan. Synagogue of the Satan. There's Satan. See, Jesus said so himself. That there's Satan. When he had a conversation with him, he told him that their father's the devil. That this seed of the devil. See, that their fathers are man killers. To make mischief and shed blood, to steal, kill, and destroy. You see, their ways were contrary from his. Their ways were contrary from the fathers. That they had nothing to do with him because they weren't original. They weren't Muslim. They had no place because they're all wicked. That's what he said. He said, there is none that's righteous. No, not one. There is none that understands. They can't, because they don't have the same nature as we do. Their ways are contrary from ours. They can't understand. There is none that seek after God. They can't, because they had no fear of God before their eyes. They had no fear of consequence, or else they wouldn't have did what they did to us. They said not to touch us, or you'll surely die. And that's exactly what they did. And they only wait for seconds. So if they understood these things, they wouldn't violate it. They wouldn't have did these things. When it says they have all turned aside, in the end, it said altogether become worthless. So there is none. There's none that does good. No, not so much as one. So this is what it says about all these devils. Satan is a devil. American Britain, they devils. You see? And it says none of them are good. Not one of them. You see? And Satan was the one masquerading as an angel of light. He was the one that was in disguise. Disguised himself as an angel of light, but he's a Satan. It says Satan was a god of this world. You see? It says, as many ones as not are having a teaching this, who not they knew the things deeper to Satan. That Satan was in control of controlling your mind. He was in control of the mainstream media here in America that's poisoning our people. You see? He was the one that had them acting other than themselves, committing adultery and eating things sacrificed to idols. He was the one in their way, causing them to act other than themselves. You see? Committing acts and taking in stuff. You see? Eating and taking in knowledge that was programmed to destroy our people. What they hear, what they see. You see? What they're involved with. You see? They're the ones that's doing it. They're the ones pushing the agenda to destroy you. They're the Satan, false Israel, the one who had a helping hand in your destruction. They're the ones who funded the slave trade. They were involved. You see? When it said, don't touch that tree, don't touch them, you surely die. They was involved. You see? That's what it says, as many ones as not are having teaching this here. Who did not know the things deep, they knew the things deeper to Satan, that Satan would disguise himself as an angel of light, but he was indeed Satan. And he was what? He was not who he claimed to be. He claimed to be a Jew, but he was Satan. He was lying. You see? Identity theft. He was in violation. He was claiming false things to steal your inheritance, to steal what was yours, to impersonate you, to destroy you. Everything he does is totally against you. It's in opposition against you. And it's tailored to destroy you. And with them being who they claim to be, now who are you? That's how they justify what they do to you. That's how they justify all the things done to you. Because who are you? If these are Israel. So it said, bless those who bless Israel. That's how they set their system up. So they bless Israel, so they be blessed. So now who the hell are you? No one likes you. God hated you himself. Said you were cursed. Ham, cursed to be black forever. Even in eternity. Even in hell. Even God hated you himself. God wouldn't even save you himself. So they did a job that God wouldn't even have done. You see? They civilized you. You were savages. With bones in your nose. Idiots. Dummies. A bunch of people that was going to starve to death and die. You see, that's what they claim. So they claim they rescued you. You should thank them. That's what they claim. But we're not. We're far from stupid, dumb, any of those things. Because they're sitting on the worst part of the planet Earth. But somehow, the stupidest people they claim that they took from Africa was sitting on the best part of the planet. So who's dumb? Who's so stupid? If y'all sitting on the worst part of the planet, we some dummies, right? So how did y'all get there? And we got on the best part. And y'all constantly going over there taking resources from over there. You see? So something ain't adding up. Things ain't adding up. See? However, they set this structure up. They set this up for you so they can justify why they terrorize you, why they tormenting you, why they making you miserable, why they beating you, why they raping you, why they killing you, imprisoning you, why they doing all these things to you, because no one gives a damn about you. That's how they set it up. We don't give a damn about you, and neither do anybody else, and that's why they have their demons in the industry. That's why Satan has them in the industry. That's why Satan has Farrakhan and the NOI. They got them everywhere to destroy our nation. They embedded in our nations cancer cells, destroying us from within. Because they blend in with our people. Because they look like us, but they're not us. They're the seed of the devil. So they're coming in causing friction. They're coming in tearing down our unity. They in a way of us uniting. They're in a way of us getting our minds back. Their job is to terrorize you, keep you terrorized, keep you programmed, keep you with the devil's mind, keep you locked up in this reality, keep you loving massa, keep you stuck here in America, keep you locked here in the land of your imprisonment where it said you'll be a fool to stay here in the land of your imprisonment where your woman was raped relentlessly and your ancestors were treated horrifically. You see? And that's what their job is. To keep you chained and locked up. Keep you programmed. Keep you indoctrinated with what they want, which is to destroy you. Everything that they do is tailored to destroy you. American dream, the entertainment, all these things are distractions and pacifying things to keep you entertained, to keep you distracted, to keep you in a position where they keep your level of thinking low and they keep you from elevating or thinking past their level to can maintain control. Just get so they, right when they got you, right where they want you, they slice your head right off. You see, because their job is to annihilate you. That's why I said as many as the ones who not they knew the things deeper than Satan, that Satan hated you. And his allies did too. His partners hated you too. America, Britain, these demons, the house of Side, the false apostles, those who claim to be Arab Muslims, but they really are Hindus. The house of Side. You see, they're partners. The ones fueling this reality that the British put on the throne to get them cheap, to ensure them cheap oil that's fueling this reality that's destroying you. All this stuff that's going around is sitting around you and your covenant. And no one wants to see you make it out alive. But that's exactly what's going to happen. You see? That's exactly what's going to happen. We going to make it out alive. And everybody's going to be exposed for what they've done. Everything you see taking place in the world is due to everyone's consequence for helping destroy us. Everyone had their helping hand in destroying us. And everything that you see them doing is consequence from their actions. So that's all you see. There's nothing unjust taking place. It's all just. It's all from everyone's actions. You reap what you sow. Everybody's accountable for their own actions. You're the one that's accountable for your own actions. And we submitted to Adam. which was the will of Allah. So we were righteous by nature. We submitted to the devil, who was weak and wicked, and make mischief and shed blood and do all these damn things that this world, Satan is the god of the world. So we were under the rulership of Satan. So anything that we did is on Satan. We was under his rulership. So he's the guardian, right? So he's due the consequence for our actions. Until we get our right mind and return home, we're still under his rule. So he's responsible for everything you've done. So the reflection of your condition is, your condition is a reflection of his hate. They hate you. Because if they loved you, you'd be in a better condition. You'll see it and you say, damn, they loved us. But they hated you. You see? So you don't have to be told how much they hate you. You see it in your condition. You see it in how they kill you. You see it in everyday's life. Where you are, where you're located. What can you get? How can you get it? You see? How much information you got, what position you are, the advantages, the disadvantages, the stuff that's going on in your everyday life that you have no control over. You see? So, false Israel is the so-called true seed of Abraham. Right? The world is structured around that idea. False Israel was intentionally set up to prove that we weren't the true seed of Abraham and they were. Because it was told to them that we were. The messenger came and said so. So guess what they did? The devils, they countered his claim by setting up false Israel to protect themselves from being discovered as devils, monsters, hideous people, terrorists, rapists, pedophiles, slave owners. They mask all that up, you see? So, false Israel is not who they claim to be. It says what? They are false. Those who claim to be Jews, but they are not. They are lying. Those who claim to be this, they're not. But Satan. You see? So they're false. They're not seed of Abraham. They're Satan, who these devils have set up, who these devils have put in place to steal our inheritance, to rob our nation, to cause confusion, to cause us to not know who we were, so we wouldn't connect ourselves to the scripture, so they would know that they would be under judgment and we would get a reward, to keep you from getting a reward, to cancel your reward, to keep you from going home, to keep them from being judged, because you are their judgment. You see, you're the one that's going to make sure they be judged. See? So our people don't know that they're blessed. We the blessed ones. They said false Israel's the blessed ones. They've been blessing them. So, but we really are the blessed ones. See? And that's trouble. It said, curse those who curse Israel. See, so if it flip on them, they're in trouble. You see? They're in trouble. They're in trouble. So listen to this real quick, brothers and sisters.
And forget what the news is saying. God's chosen people are the Israelites. With that being said, continue to pray for them. Forget what everybody else is saying. Continue to pray for Israel. In Psalm 122, verse 4 through 6, it even says it. And for those of you who don't know the verse, I will gladly read it to you. All of the tribes of Israel, the Lord's people, make their pilgrimage here. They come to give thanks to the name of the Lord, as the law requires of Israel. Here stand the thrones where judgment is given, the thrones of the dynasty of David. Pray for peace in Jerusalem. May all who love this city prosper. With that being said, stop thinking that humans, what they say, is the truth, because nothing but God's word is the truth. And for those who continue to laugh about what's going on in Israel, just remember, you are messing with God's chosen people. What social media is saying, and forget what the...
Alright, so you heard that, devil. This is the mind of the devils. This is how they think. This is their mental balance. A beam of balance. What keeps them balance in life, their safety net, their therapy, things that this is what keeps them calm and secure in life. Pray for Israel. Pray for Jerusalem. They're the God's chosen people. This is their reality. Because this is the reality that they're hiding behind to make themselves look good. That's holy, good people. Pure, white, holy, clean, wholesome, good people, right? That has done nothing but the works of God. It has done beyond the works of God by taking you in and civilizing you. Even though you shouldn't be nothing, you're nothing. You see? So, this is the devil's mind. This is how they all think. They all think like this because they have to. They have to think like this because they set it up in order for them to thrive. That's how they feel good. They have to have that moral compass. They have to have that sense of greatness. So they set this up to bless Israel so they feel blessed. So when they cursing you, who are you? You're nothing. You're nothing. See? So to hell with you. So like the devil said, don't worry about what men say. The hell with what people talking about. Oh, I don't give a damn about false Israel blowing people's head off and killing innocent children and blowing up children and killing innocent women and children. To hell with them robbing and stealing and forcing people off their land and confining people in concentration camps and oppressing and making people miserable 70 plus years, kill, steal, and destroy. You see? To hell with all that. Those are God's chosen people. Bless Israel. You see? No matter what they did, no matter if they do the works of Satan, no matter if they show that their images, the image they claim was godly, ain't matching up with their actions anymore, to hell with that. Listen to what Jesus said. Listen to what God's word said. To hell with humans. Listen to what God's word said. So, are you a hypocrite? You say God's word is 100%, right? You say that listen to Jesus, right? Listen to what God said, right? So you believe in one part, don't believe in the other, right? But it says here clearly who what? It says clearly that it says what? That the ones saying themselves Jews to be and not they are, but they are lying. That's Israel. That's false Israel. Claim to be Jews, but they're not. They're lying. And it says the blasphemy, which is a violation out of the ones saying Jews to be themselves and not they are, but Satan. And it says what? It says even Satan, it said, as many ones as not are having the teaching this, who not, they knew the things deeper than Satan. That even Satan disguised himself as an angel of light, and Satan, who is the God of this world, has blinded the minds of those who do not believe. And what I'm saying, do not believe that they're Satan, do not believe that they're wicked, do not believe that they're evil, that they are unable to see the glorious light of the good news of this message. They don't understand this message, which is the teaching of this. The highest pressure of this reality. The highest pressure is from the unsealed book, the unsealed Bible, the Injil, which the 7 churches is an extension from the book. It's a tribulation book to get your mind past the devil to escape their reality. But you can't. Satan has our people's minds blocked because they're claiming to be us. They're masquerading as an angel of light, but they're indeed Satan. You see? Causing our people to not know who they are. Causing everyone else to not know who we are. Holding up the process. You see? So listen to God's word, right? It says Satan was the one claiming to be who he wasn't, and he's not. See? And he's Satan. And it says none of them are good. None of them are righteous. None of them understand. None of them seek after God. They all are worthless. It says not one of them do good. No, not so much as one. You see? So, take it from them. Listen to God. Listen to Jesus. Jesus said your father's the devil. Jesus said your father's man killers. Jesus said your ways are not of the fathers. And they tried to stone him to death because he was telling the truth. You see? So this is Abraham covenant. This is the black man and woman of America's true vision. This is the vision that we fit the description to a T. No one else in the world fits this description but us. And guess who's claiming to be you? But he is not. He is lying. False Israel. Satan claims to be the Semites. And they're hitting everybody with anti-Semitism, which means to be against the Semite, the seed of Abraham. But since we are indeed the true seed of Abraham, they are real anti-Semites. The blasphemy was the act against God. Are the ones saying Jews be themselves and not they are, but Satan. That's the act against God. They're the anti-Semites. And we're the Semites. They're against us. The anti-Christ. They're against the Christ. You see? So either way it goes, these so-called chosen people, false Israel, should be able to fit the description. They should be able to fit this with no problem. If they are indeed true Semites, seed Abraham, they should be able to fit this description. So this is what it says: know of a surety, which means to be certain, that thy seed shall be sojourners, means temporary, in a land that is not theirs. Okay. So first off the back, it said thy seed of Abraham. They're the seed of the devil. So they don't fit that description. It says in land that's not theirs. So they claim to be the Israelites that was saved out of Egypt, that was delivered out of Egypt. So they went from Egypt to Palestine. Ain't that next door? Ain't that across the street? That's not a land that's not yours. A land that's not yours would be east to west. You see? It means that you'll be in a land, strange or foreign land. But that's not strange or foreign. That's next door. That's across the street. You see? That's right. You in the same place. You never left. You see? So they don't fit that description. Then it said the Semites, seed of Abraham, would go through servitude affliction for 400 years. Last time I checked, the Jews only went through the Holocaust for 5-6 years or so, and they were being burnt up in concentration camps and all this stuff by their own people. You see, and it wasn't for no reason. They were being burnt up by their own people because they betrayed their country. They betrayed Germany during World War I. They helped Britain win the war. So when Hitler rose to power, he promised to get them back. And that's a universal concept for traitors, is to do away with them, to execute them. So they played that sympathy card, they played that boo-hoo card, they played that why me, and they were traitors. They betrayed their own country. So they deserve everything they got. They better be lucky that they found out who we was and they stopped burning them up and placed them in that land. So either way it go, like I said, that only happened 5-6 years or so, right? And they call that the worst tragedy ever, which is crap. You see? But Jesus said to them, "The truth shall set you free." And they said, "What's this you talking about, this truth? What are you talking about? We ain't never been in bondage to any man." So right then and there, that they said they never been in bondage to any man. But it says here that if you're a Semite, you'd be in servitude, affliction, and bondage for 400 years. So right there, they don't fit this description. It's another indication they're not who they claim to be. And it says what? That also that nation whom they serve will I judge, and afterwards they shall come out. So the nation who was judging them, the nation who did all these things to them, are under judgment now. But why are they under judgment? They're the ones under judgment. You see? And then it says they would come out. So they were coming out around this time, 1619, 2019, 2020, the year of the plague. Will kill the firstborn. The plague that would kill the firstborn, meaning the elder would be passed over those with the lamb's blood. Meaning he had to be original, meaning he had to have the DNA of the lamb, right? So, like I said, didn't pass over them. Didn't pass over them. So they knew right away. But anyway, it said that they'll come out around this time. You know? But why the hell they already in their land? They already sitting in Palestine. They already parade. They already celebrate. They already there. They already here. Right? But said God would they would come out around this time. Is you see? And then said God would give them the land. They took the land, right? They blessed themselves. They took the land by force. And it said they have peace. But they haven't had peace since the time they took the land. They haven't had peace since the time they took the land. They built walls and all that because they haven't had a day of peace. And then it says where God would give them the land. It says, unto thy seed have I given this land from the river of Egypt, which is the Nile River, unto the great river, the river Euphrates. Which if you look on the map, look in the Middle East, look at these coordinates, that's Great Arabia. That's Arabia. So why the hell are they sitting in little old Palestine? Why are they sitting in Jerusalem? They're sitting on the wrong land. They're supposed to be sitting in Great Arabia, which is another indication that they're not who they claim to be. They're false. They're Satan. Those who claim to be Jews, but they are not. They are Satan. Those who claim to be the Jews, but they're not but Satan. Those, the ones I'm giving out a synagogue of Satan. The ones saying themselves Jews to be and not they are, but they are lying. In the violation are the ones saying Jews to be themselves and not they are, but Satan. You see? So, all this stuff is clear. Their actions of who they are is clear. Know them by their works. Know a tree by the fruit it bears. Know them by what they do and what they out here doing. Stealing, killing, destroying, oppressing. Putting people under siege, blowing up innocent women and children. You see? That doesn't sound like the works of God. It sounds like the works of Jesus. It says Satan's God in his world. It sounds like the works of Satan. So now you see, now it's all coming out. And they're not hiding it. Because like I said, when the plague came, they knew it didn't pass over them. They were dropping like flies. It's supposed to pass over them. They're the Semites. They're supposed to have the same blood as a lamb. It's supposed to pass over them, but it didn't. So they knew their days were shortened. So now they don't give a damn. They knew that they had no time, so they had to bust a move. And now they don't give a damn. And now, the evidence of them being in this condition, them fighting all this violence, because they're on their way out. They're about to be destroyed. You see? Because they're losing control. They don't have any discipline. They don't have any structure. They don't have any... They're losing control. They're losing face. They're being hit. They're being exposed. They're being attacked. They're being penetrated. You see? Now Satan's under attack. Satan's under pressure. They're folding. They're crumbling. They can't transform. They can't do a constructive transformation. They're going to crumble under pressure. They can't transform. They're going to deconstruct. They're going to decrease. They're going to be demolished. They're going to be crumbled into dust. You see? They're going to be exposed for being Satan. So that's what's going on. You see? So they're under pressure. And here's more facts that prove that they're not who they claim to be. This is their name. False. Look at that. Not true. The opposite of false is true. Which they're not true. They're false. They're fiction. They're fake. They're phonies. False Israel is not real. Look at these. Check this out. A and E. You see these two vowels. They should be swapped. That's to make it real. So anything spelled real should be spelled Israel. Israel. And they're not real. So they're the ones that in 7 churches, they're Thyatira. The ones who have our people acting other than themselves, committing fornication and eating things sacrificed to idols. The ones that's in our way. The ones that's had helped in our destruction. Thyatira. The one that's going down. The one that's going to be destroyed. You see? Like I said, they say synagogue of Satan. The Jews are the ones with the synagogue of Satan. The Jewish communities are the ones with the worshiping centers of synagogues. Jewish, like mankind, kind of like a man, sort of like a man, all those things, not a man really. Jewish, wish you were Jews, wish you would see their hair, wish that you were not Jews, but you are Satan. See? And it said ish. The suffix word of ish is not exactly, a bit, somewhat, sort of, kinda, not really. You see, not at all. So they're Jewish. They wish they were original. They wish they wasn't Satan. They wish all these damn things, which you can pray and wish all you want, but prayers and wishes and things don't come true. It never has brought anything to existence. Only mathematics. You see? Only consequence. That's our reality. You can wish and pray and hope, and that's why I say pray for Israel. Pray, do this, hope and pray and wish, because it's not going to happen. That's what you better do. You better hope it works. But good thing it don't. You see, it don't work. And that's how they fool our people with that. That's how they get you in Christianity. Take your tangible money, but give you a fictitious hell and heaven and Jesus Christ that can't die for your sins and can't prove it. You can't prove it. They don't give you none of that. You see, can't prove. Don't talk. Don't say that. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't question God. Don't ask questions. Don't you do nothing. But don't think. Don't ask questions. Just listen to what I say. Take what I say, and don't worry about that. Love Massa. You see. Stay in line. You're going to get a reward better than this one. Don't worry about what they're doing to you. Don't worry about what they got planned against you. Let Massa do what he wants to do with you. You see? Because you're going to get a better reward in heaven that don't exist. You see? Manipulating you, controlling you, keeping you down. So I'm getting off topic. They wish they were original. Because the word Jew came from the tribe of Judah. Judah, which is the original tribe out of Africa, which is a Levite tribe, which is a priest tribe. It's the original tribe where the God came out of, the tribe of Judah. Levite tribe. So they wish they were Jews, the Judah. They wish they was from the tribe of Judah, which is the original tribe, but they're the seed of the devil. You see? They're not Jews. They're Satan. They're devils. They make mischief and shed blood. They're weak and wicked. They're nothing. They're hideous people and monsters. We're going to be destroyed. They're false. You see? So brothers and sisters, you must be able to identify your enemies. You must be able to identify your enemies. Or indeed, you are your own enemy. If you can identify your enemies, you are indeed your own enemy. This is your thinking. Being sure. Being firm in your decisions, knowing what's taking place in front of you, being able to see what's going on. It's taking you from insane land to bringing you bringing you back to sanity. Taking you from invisible land, bringing you back to visibility, giving you your pair of eyes, 20/20 vision, giving you a shield, putting you in place, putting you in a firm place, putting your nature back on you, putting your nature shield back around you, putting you in position to kick. You see, knowing that you sure your brain's not weak. You got the right mind, you got the right software on that hardware, that brain, and you moving, and your thought pressure, your thinking is high. Past the devil, they can't do nothing to you. You destroy them. High pressure eliminates low pressure. High thinking eliminates low thinking. So the job is to get your thinking up. Get you this book. Get you this tribulation book. Get you thinking right in the right direction. Getting that shield. Getting that protection. You see? Getting you in position to fight with your mind. Then it goes physical. But first it starts here. Weak mind, you easily be taken out. So that's the battle of the mind. Then the person with the weakest mind gets striked. You see? So these tribulation books, the 7 churches, 7 thunders, get you through the tribulations. Because you have to go through the tribulations because you were deceived by Satan. You deceived by Louis Farrakhan, little Satan. Satan in black skin. The son of perdition, son of hell. He made war against you for 42 years and deceived you, and you failed your mission. You're supposed to be able to recognize the Son of Man. You're supposed to recognize the messenger of the covenant. You see? But you denied him, and you made his job a living hell. You made it worse. You made his job harder for him. You became an enemy. And now we have to go through the tribulations to get to as a makeup test, to go through the purification process, to be purified. The silver had to be purified as gold. It had to go back through the incubator to get up to par, to get back up to 100%, because you will not return home until you have a thorough knowledge of self. It had to be 100%. Had to be completely purified. You see? So it's nothing against you. It's just the process you had to go through to be perfect. Because the Son of Man, the Messenger of God, built a kingdom that will last forever. And you had to be perfect. So we got to go through the tribulations, get it right, save our people, get our people, that we go back and get the people that we didn't get, that we didn't save. We got to save as many of our people as we can. You see? And we got to purify ourselves. Everybody got to purify themselves in order to make it into the next reality. So if you're at 90%, you need 10%. If you're at 80%, you need 20%, and so forth, so far, so whatever I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need, that's what you need. You have 50, you need 50. You know, wherever you are, that's where you need to be. That's where you need to be purified until you're 100%. You see? And that's what it said. What it said, you see, it said that the elect, the 145,000, was delivered. You see? It said they were delivered. They had no blemish. They couldn't be deceived. And that's what it says here in the 7 churches. It says the ones conquering I shall give to him. The one conquering. This is from the Philadelphia. It's speaking to the top, the gold, the elect. This is Son of Man speaking to the elect. He's saying the ones conquering I shall make him pillar in the divine habitation of the God of me. And outside he should go out yet. You see? And I shall write upon him the name of the God of me, Master Farad Muhammad. You see? The God of me. In the name of the city of the God of me, the new Jerusalem. Jerusalem. That's the new art. That's the new mind. They accomplished it. They conquered it. It was conquered. So they were delivered. They was ready to go. They was 100%. They out of here. You see? And that's what it said. But it said that you didn't make it. That's why you had to stay back to be purified. Because this is what Master Farad Muhammad said. See, the God said. Right. The God said that he's coming for you. But you had to be purified. You had to go the scenic route. You had to go through the purification process. Then he said, I'm coming quickly. For the second route, I'm coming back for you. Be holding fast which thing you are having, in order that no one might take the crown of you. The crown is the knowledge, the wisdom, the knowledge and the wisdom of the 7 churches and the 7 thunders books. These books are your crowns that you have to hold on to. So no one takes these crowns from you, because if they take these crowns from you, then that means you're in the devil's reality. That means that you're sunk. That means that you were flooded. That means you're gonna get hit in the gravitational vortex, and you're gonna be sucked into this reality and be destroyed with it. So you gotta hold on to this knowledge. You gotta hold on to this wisdom. You gotta get this purification process. You gotta get this knowledge. You gotta get this your nature. You gotta get these things. You see? You're going to need this information, which is going to get you through the tribulations. You see? And this is the information you're going to need to get out of here. Knowing who your enemies is. Knowing about the 7 churches book. Knowing the configuration of the book, which is a warning to you to get the hell out of here. Because Satan's going to be destroyed. And when Satan's destroyed, that changes the whole reality. That's an abomination. That's not supposed to happen. Because said when God put them in their land, they're not to be uprooted or removed. So that's an abomination of desolation. Abomination is not supposed to happen. Desolation is their destruction. It says when you see false Israel going to siege, flee. You see? Because that's not supposed to happen. And it's going to trigger the attack of all blacks. So they're coming to kill you. You see? So it's not going to be any games. These people coming to kill you. So get out of the communities. Get into the inner cities. Get out of their suburbs, get out of their neighborhoods, get into the inner cities, where we're going to gather up as a big nation. We're going to gather as a great army, and we're going to fight against, because they're going to come against you, and we're going to fight our way out. God said, let my people go. And they didn't. They refused, and they got hit with 9 plagues, and the last one thrust us out altogether. But we're going to unite with our people. There's going to be a famine here, because once they lose the war in the Middle East, the House of Saud was the one who feels this reality is defeated. American Britain was kicked out. False Israel was destroyed. They're not going to have any oil. They can't get it from Russia because they're no longer friends of Russia. And then their partners turn on EU. And now they're at war with the US, a European war. You see, and It's a lot of things, brothers and sisters. Going to be a famine here, and you're still 3/5 of a human, meaning that they still declare you as an animal. So when there's no food, who do you think they put on the dinner table? So now you mess with their conscience, you mess with their mind, their mental balance, you mess with their ideology of this reality, and they're coming for you because now they know you're responsible for their judgment, that you're the one in charge. They cut your tongue out, and now it's time for you to do it. It says, do unto them as was done to you, and they know what time it is. So now they got to come for you to eliminate you, to try to escape judgment, to get rid of the evidence. And now there's a famine, there's no electricity, there's no food, there's no heat, there's no fuel, there's no nothing. God, it's nothing. People panicking. You see, men's hearts are filled from fear of what's to come. The children be gray-headed. It said people eat their own children. The most tender-hearted man won't have compassion for his wife or his children. You see, it said all these things, and these people are going to eat you. You see? And now on top of that, you're the reason why they're going through all this hell, because of you. They're under judgment because of you, of what they did to you, because of their actions. So it says, flee. When you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, know that the destruction is near. Not their redemption, not their punishment, their destruction. They're going to be destroyed. And it says, flee when you see them going under siege. When you see them surrounded. This is them being surrounded. Right here. This is 7 books. This is 7 churches book. This is 7 churches configuration of all hell breaks loose. When false Israel is destroyed. False Israel is destroyed right here when he's surrounded by armies. Britain's here and America's here. They're kicked out. This is the fall of America. This is the configuration where false Israel is thrown into bed and they're about to be out of there. You understand? And it says flee. When you see this configuration, when you see them under siege, when you see them being surrounded by armies, it says flee. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out. Don't go into here. Don't go into the rooftop. Don't go back to your bedroom. Don't go back into your house. Don't go back grab your baby. Don't go back to get your charger. Don't go back to get no water bottle. Don't go back to do nothing but flee. They tell you to get the hell out of there and get into the inner cities with your people, because it's a serious time. You're going to lose your life. You understand? You're going to put your life, your family's life, everybody's life in jeopardy if you don't take heed to this message. And you got to get out of there and get into the inner cities where you stand a chance. You're going to unite with your people. We're going to be fed manna, because there's not going to be any food. We're going to be fed manna from heaven, from the God, Almighty God, Master Muhammad. He's going to supply us with food. So that's going to be another fight, because we're going to have food. You see? But we're going to handle that. You see, but we are going to have food. So everybody's going through that famine, and while they're going to try to regain their control, they're going to try to take you out, and we got food, and we got to purge out. Man, so much, brothers and sisters. We got demons. We got to get the demons out, and the demons going to be telling people we got food, and it's going to be a lot going on, brothers and sisters. But sisters, you have nothing to worry about, because you're like the elect. Get out of here. Your ways paved with gold. You kept our nation alive. You kept us alive. You did your job. Great job, sisters. You on your way out of here. Any sister want to go home, you connect with them sisters. You get with them sisters, and you and them children getting out of here. This is a brother's thing. This is our thing. We got to handle. We the ones got to make this right. We the ones who have to restore your honor and your respect. We the ones who got to get it back. Avenge our ancestors, our nation. We got to put everything right in place, in right perspective. We have to do this, brothers. We going to war. So suit up and boot up, because we got work to do. Assalamu alaikum.